Down on a work trip in Busso, I got up early in the morning before having to head off to work and had about an hour to kill. This footage is from last year. I'm just using soft plastics. This is basically my brim gear. I use this setup travelling across South Australia, and you'd be amazed what sort of species you can get. One of the key differences when you're fishing off the jetty is to make sure you keep opening up your spool. This is to let the jig head sink back down into the target area. I don't have too heavy of a jig head on, just because there's a lot of seagrass and weed right down at the bottom, so I'm trying to just hop just above that so I don't keep on getting snagged up. I think I've got either a 1/8 or a 1/12 jig head. I can't exactly remember which one it was. I've got a size 1 jig head. You could go anywhere from size 2 to probably 1/0 depending on the type of species, but if you want skippy you probably want to keep it around that size 2, size 1. As usual, there was plenty of herring around. This is probably the most common catch off these sort of jetties with this type of soft plastic. I'm just using a Z-Man Slim Swim 2.5. When casting off jetties, you can cast over different weed beds or where you see fish maybe schooling up, but it's also important to try and cast alongside the jetty as well, because often the fish will be holding around the actual structure of the jetty. Bit of an unusual catch. I've caught a few flan with the bloodworm soft plastic. This one was a bit small, so it went back for sure. It's important to keep checking your soft plastic to make sure it's nice and straight. Also, a bit of S factor regularly can help as well. The gear I'm using is a 1 to 3 kilogram rod, 2500 static reel. I've got 4-pound line and I'm using 6-pound leader. I wouldn't go anything lower than 6 because you got a lot of chance of breaking line when you're pulling things up. It'd be fine if you're just targeting the smaller models, but if you get hit by a bigger flathead or a decent sized skippy, it will just bust you off. Heaps of GB snapper around. Not quite the size that I'm after. When I'm using the Z-Man, it's a really slow retrieve, unless you're going particularly for tailor. Real slow, small little hops, all from the wrist, and really long pauses. Because of the current going past, particularly because we're in the ocean, it actually gives it quite a lot of movement already. Because we're up so high as well, if you reel in too fast, you're really just going to be skipping the soft plastic on the surface,